Hey troops, it's Roy from Geeks Adventures. Woohoo! Got an action figure review for you today. It is the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman Arkham Knight. God, so long. The Arkham Knight figure. Woo! So from the video game, we get to finally run into his great adversary. Is this part of the technically it's actually not part of the other Arkham Knight figures, like Nightwing, which I reviewed earlier, or Batgirl, or Robin. It was released earlier. Not too sure why they're doing that. On the other hand, it seems like a new marketing strategy, I guess, because they're doing that also with the crime syndicate figures. Ultraman came out a little while ago with the special Starro Build-A-Figure. Superwoman's coming up next, and at some point, I imagine Owlman. I'm not too sure. Who the final figure is going to be. The fourth figure. I think it's four figures in the line. But it'll be interesting to see because they kind of did the same thing with Batman Beyond. So. Although on the other hand, apparently Marvel's jumping on the bandwagon because they're doing that with their next line of what if figures, where the Build-A-Figure is Ultron. Whatever. But anyway, so here's what it looks like in the package. The usual giant oversized box of goodies. And there's the graphic you want to look for on the bookend spine. And in the back, of course, the really good art. And as usual, of course, you got your figure, you got a handful of stuff. The stand and the car. So what does this look like out of the package? Let's see. So here he is in all of its glory. Like the other figures, beautifully done as always. It's always, I think I mentioned this before, it's been kind of interesting. Oops, sorry. It's been interesting to watch because in the end, the McFarlane line, in particular for the DC figures, I think at least, it's been about a massive compromises. What do you do for this market where you're walking this razor's edge of a quality of product not the same along the similar lines of what's being brought into Japan with hyper detailed sculpting, all these accessories, blah 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 blah, and all this stuff, but at the same time so that you can still attract a market for parents who are trying to get a cool looking figure for their kids. And not going, how much money am I spending on the dang thing for a toy? So McFarlane's always been kind of riding that fine line. You got a figure where, the hallmark for these figures has always been the sculpting, and case in point here. Look at the detail. You got all the goodies on the belt. You even look like even on the gauntlet, the details for all the gizmody doohickeys. On the other hand, as you can see, the paint, unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the game, so how detailed the painting is going to be, but as you can tell, it's not the flashiest paint job. You do get some highlights that are cool. The red and the blue in the eyes are actually a really nice touch. As far as the accessories go, well, he gets 2 gas grenades. He gets the ubiquitous grappling gun, and the stand, and of course, you got the card with the bio and the really nice art. And yes, I have been complaining about the lack of accessories, but on the flip side, and I've started to do this now, as you collect more figures, and sometimes you get extra stuff and extra weapons that have been duplicated. The nice thing about the McFarlane hands, they're not perfect by any means, but in general, the hands are good at accepting other weapons from other lines. So I mean, there's no guarantee that every weapon from a Fortnite figure versus say a Marvel Legends figure are all going to fit in here, but you got a decent chance. So, a case in point here is all you get is the one grappling hook gun. But if you want to have more gear, you got a good chance. Hunt through your other figures, stuff that you were like, oh, I got this gun already. Let's put it somewhere else. You got a good chance. But I mean, overall, though, it's a classic McFarlane figure. The double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. The other issue, which has been kind of weird off and on, is scale. Do the sizes match? For this, it hasn't been too bad. Here is the Unchained Superman figure. Now, I'm using this one for scale because, well, one, that's what was here. And two, actually, if you want a good example of scale, this thing is massive, okay? But it's not bad. The scale is decent. Is this a little bit smaller? Yes, because, well, it's Superman in armor, duh. But there's a logic to the scale. So overall, works out pretty well. So what is the last word on this? It is a very good figure. Like I've mentioned before, this is a classic example of what McFarlane does really, really well. Lots of detailed sculpting, lots of articulation. So you've got a number of posing possibilities. You know what? If you want this to fight your Arkham Knight Batman, it's going to look pretty good. It's going to look pretty good. Actually, heck with it. I'm Batman. I'm the Arkham Knight, or whatever his voice is supposed to sound like. I mean, see, look, it actually works out pretty well. So overall, harping about lack of accessories aside, actually, it doesn't even come with extra hands. So, it's a good piece. Do you have to have it? It's one of those up to you. I like having it because, hey, it's cool to have an adversary that's not the Joker. Okay. So yeah, it's a fun thing to have. In the end, that is the point. And I think sometimes it's easy, especially for someone like me who's doing a vlog and doing reviews and yada yada yada. You forget that the point of this really is to have fun, and every once in a while. Yeah. Anyway, hey, y'all take care. Have a good weekend. May the force be with you. Especially as you are enjoying Star Wars Celebration or you're watching Obi-Wan. May the odds be in your favor, especially when you're looking for toys. And as always, be good to each other, okay, peeps. Y'all take care. Peace. Bye.